Welcome back to my channel, everyone. In today's video, we've got something exciting lined up for you. Whether you are here for the first time or a regular, it's great to have you join me on this classic streetcar while we go back in time to the streets of Old Milwaukee during the early 1900s. Don't go anywhere yet. We're just about to step into the past for a journey you won't want to miss. Here's another preview. Just wait until you see this. We can now step inside and take a closer look at the goods on the shelf and in the baskets hanging on the ceiling in this general store. Just look at the attention to detail inside this walkthrough diorama. Stick around, guys. In a little bit, we're going to be climbing up on this balcony and looking down on the streets of Old Milwaukee. We can start the tour now, but we will return later to see what's playing inside this old-time movie theater. Here we go, beginning our tour at the life-size streetcar, and we are now starting our walk down the cobblestone streets of Old Milwaukee. The details inside this walkthrough diorama are so realistic and meticulously crafted. Just look at the print on this newspaper. The Streets of Old Milwaukee exhibit at the Milwaukee Public Museum is a wonderfully detailed, immersive experience that transports visitors to a vibrant street scene from the late 19th and early 20th century. We can peer into windows that display goods typical of this time period, such as old-fashioned clothing, antique furniture, and early commercial items. Throughout the exhibit, there are mannequins dressed in period attire, acting out scenes of daily life. It looks like we have arrived at the end of Chestnut Street. Why don't we hang a right and walk to Granny's house and see what she's doing? Granny is usually on the porch waiting for us. Oh no, Granny is missing from her usual spot on the porch. I wonder where she could be. There she is. Hello, Granny. Hey, folks, I hope you didn't mind, but it would have been hard for me to take a trip down the streets of Old Milwaukee without making some time for a quick visit with Granny. Later, Granny. We were just stopping by to say hello. It's good to see you again, but I've got to go next door and pick up a key. And Granny, just to let you know, the letter carrier is here on his Harley Davidson delivering your mail. One of the best things that I like about coming to visit Granny is that she lives right across the street from an old time movie theater. How cool is that? 5-cent tickets? Do you have some extra time? It'll be my treat. Let's check it out. We just watched the last showing of the day. They've already cleared out all the nickels out of the till. Granny must have been talking the mailman's ear off because he's still over there. I hope he's not going to be late delivering the rest of the mail down the streets of Old Milwaukee. This exhibit showcases the architectural styles of this period with brick buildings, ornate street signs, and period appropriate signage. These features really help you understand how Milwaukee looked and felt in its early industrial age. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about these cobblestone streets and the amount of attention spent on every tiny little detail in here? This recreated bakery storefront seems so real that you can just smell the bakery coming through your computer screen. Check it out. There's an old school Mater's. Mater's proudly served the first legal stein of beer in Milwaukee. Charles Mater's journey is a testament to the power of hard work and determination. Back then, a porterhouse steak cost 20 cents, lunch was 4 cents, and if you purchased and drank 2 steins of beer, your lunch was free. Last call at the Schlitz Brewery. It's one of the most popular exhibits on the streets of Old Milwaukee. Please, no spitting. You don't want a ticket. And does anybody need a haircut? You'll be the next in line. Hey, look at this white covered jar on the counter that says leeches. It was used back in the day for drawing blood from pharmacy customers. Well, we have finally made it, ladies and gentlemen. It's my favorite place on the streets of Old Milwaukee. Let's check it out. Hey, let me ask you guys, how cool was that? Why don't we go upstairs now and check out the streets of Old Milwaukee from the second floor balcony? The Streets of Old Milwaukee is a world class walkthrough diorama with so many authentic details that after a while, you really start to feel like you are on the streets of Milwaukee in the early 1900s. All that walking up and down these stairs got me hungry for some candy, but before we walk into the candy store, I want to check out these leeches on the counter again. There's no longer a line out the door. Maybe now's a good time to grab a few pieces of candy. Whoops. The museum opened up one of the dioramas and converted it into a walk-through candy store. Check out this huge selection of old-fashioned candy. I wonder if Dr. Rulin is in his office today. Maybe he can give me a quick demonstration on how the leeches in that jar work. Let's take a peek at what the Watson family is planning for Milwaukee's future in the early 1900s. The Watsons are an African American family who left the oppressive South and moved to Milwaukee, where Sully Watson worked as a stonecutter while helping other African American families in the city, as well as being community leaders that helped establish one of the first Baptist churches in Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Public Museum has additional photos and documents related to the Watson family. That voodoo doll in there is a little creepy. Well, folks, we've reached the end of the Streets of Old Milwaukee. This world class walkthrough diorama will be permanently closing. The new museum, scheduled to open in 2027, will not include the Streets of Old Milwaukee. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.